Hello and welcome to Front End Horse Live. It is Cassie Evans again. Cassie, we all love having you back. This is
Yeah.
it's fantastic. Honestly, like it's one of my favorite things to have you on the show. We have tons of fantastic guests. Leah's in the chat. She was just on yesterday, and you were in the chat yesterday, so you both kind of flipped. But you are a delight to have on. You are incredibly talented. You make some fantastic animations. You work over at GreenSock, which is one of our favorite things to talk about and work with and cover. And yeah, just always a delight to have you on. And you're a good friend. I consider you a good friend. And so you fall really easily for my guilt trips. And I'm like, if only someone would come on my show. And you're like, okay, I'll come on your show, Alex. I'm like, oh, I didn't mean to. Are you sure? You're like, yes, just please stop DM. Yeah. So it's just a win across the board, honestly. Niffle, thank you for that Prime sub. Prime gaming sub. I don't know what I was saying. Thank you so much, Niffle. I really appreciate that. Welcome. Louie's here. I'm so glad you popped in. Ben's here. So many people already. Chat, thank you so much for being here. And Cassie, how you doing?
I'm good. I just come on for the really awkward complimenting at the beginning.
Yeah, no, you can head out if you want. I can just read like the flip docs and kind of make it up my own after. You're just the greatest person on earth. Super smart.
I can't.
sit here and listen to these compliments. No, so for anyone in chat who might not know you, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Who is Cassie? I am a creative developer. I enjoy teaching people about animation and SVG. I do workshops. I work for GreenSock, which is great because I get to teach people about animation, which is what I like doing. That's it. That's the spiel.
And you're
dog, but he's not here at the moment. He's having lads time with his dad.
Wait, okay, hold on. All right. Can you just give me 1 sec? Just 1 sec. I just need to talk with the chat super quick. All right, just 1 second. I'll be right back. Chat, I'm really sorry. I had no idea. When I booked Cassie, I thought it was like implied that I was also booking Brody. So I'm so sorry. I know Cassie's great now, but I know we all agreed that we're actually booking Brody too. Okay, here's my thought. We still go through, we still learn about the flip animations. We still do all that stuff, and we'll be at the end and be like, oh, we'd love to have you back really soon. And then we get Brody on for next time. Okay, does that, I think that'll, okay. So I'm just gonna go back and pretend like, oh, sorry, I decided to like duck off for the bathroom. All right, so everyone play along. All right, we're gonna pop back in. All right, let's go see. Brody's here! Yay!
Really?
That's a huge Brody picture. I love it.
It was a present, and now I have to have it in the house.
That's fantastic. His face is so derpy in it. It's wonderful. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Fantastic. Yeah. Ben, I agree. Fantastic Brody cameo. So if anyone is out there confused, Brody is Cassie's dog who howls and sings for us. It is wonderful. It is definitely, it just makes every stream with Cassie, like, you know, from 10 to 11. It just ramps it up. But Cassie, I'm thrilled to just have you. So anyway, yes, as you were saying, you are a creative developer. You make very fun things. You do great talks, workshops, writing. You're just prolific and wonderful to be around. We've got lots of people in chat actually who have taken your workshop and rave about it. So lots of people in the Front End Horse community say, I took it and wow, it was fantastic. I saw Jack in here who just was in your last cohort. Jack, great to see you. So yeah, wonderful people. And the Jared Wilkert, welcome to the stream. Thank you for coming through. So we're learning about Flip today, Cassie. Flip animations, right? And Flip is an acronym. Is that correct?
Yeah. So it's like a methodology.
Okay.
As opposed to, most other GreenSock plugins are just plugins. Whereas Flip is like an overarching methodology that we have a plugin for. And it stands for first, last, invert, play. And it was coined by a guy called Paul Lewis.
Okay. Is this it? It's arrow twist, right?
Yeah, that might be it. I think that might be his blog.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, it's not archive content. He doesn't blog here as much anymore. But yeah, so first, last, invert, and then play. Is that yeah? First, last, invert, play. Cool. Arrow twist. Thank you, Adrian. Also known as Paul 3. Interesting. I don't know that. But yeah, so first, last, invert, play. Would it be helpful to like read through this, or should we hop somewhere else?
We've got a good explanation. Actually, yeah, this is probably a good explanation.
Okay,
Let's have a
cool.
look at it. So yeah, so the first step is to get the initial step. Actually, wait, let's reverse a little bit
Okay,
because
I'm
let's
following your lead.
explain the problem that it's solving rather
Cool.
than explaining what it does.
Got it.
So, a lot of the time on the web, say you're animating like in SVG land and you're animating SVG elements, you've got a coordinate system to work within, and you'll probably want to like, I don't know, maybe you've got a little horse and you want to make the horse's head move. You're just going to like move the horse's head up and down, and
Right.
maybe you like rotate it, and that's pretty simple. But if you are animating stuff on the web, you've kind of got lots of different layouts, and maybe you've got content that's coming in at a later point and changing the flow of the document. Maybe you're reparenting elements. And then if you want to animate between that element in its last state and the element in its new state, it can be really difficult to do that because you don't know, maybe someone's resized the browser, maybe someone's added more content in there. And
Got
it can
it.
be quite difficult to do kind of state changing animations on the web sometimes.
Got it. Okay. So the one that sticks in my brain because I know Flexbox better than other things is this one where you change between columns and rows, which is just it's just changing one CSS property, but something that you can't smoothly animate. Like no matter what transition you put on your div or anything, that's not going to happen normally unless you use a flip animation, right?
Yeah, because you're not animating something 800 pixels one way, or like, you're not scaling it up by twice the size. What you're doing is you're saying this thing is in a completely new context, and now I want to animate between those states.
Got it.
So Flip kind of allows you to seamlessly transition between two different states, kind of no matter whether you've got reparenting of elements or nested transforms or new elements popping into the DOM, all of that kind of thing.
Got it. Or like something going from like an absolute position to a relative, like
Yeah.
yeah, just lots of basically makes impossible animations possible again, right? Where like if you've had to ever tell someone, yeah, you just can't animate that, it feels like Flip is like, well, this is how you can.
Yeah. It's basically like a magic trick, which
Yeah.
is really cool.
That's really cool. And Ryan Labar in chat, good to see you. Says Vue has built-in Flip. I didn't realize that. That's cool. But he says GSAP Flip. He's pretty sure solves a few things that Vues cannot. But I didn't realize that Vue had it built in. Oh, is that what the transition object does there? Does it do some of
Mm-hmm.
that? Got it. Okay. Yeah, I'm not as familiar. I'm in
Vue
Rocket Rat. Yeah.
Vue's built-in Flip is really good, but it's quite simplistic. Like, it doesn't really handle like nested transforms and a few other kind of edge cases. Whereas GSAP's Flip is like, it will flip everything.
Got it. Oh, and Svelte has built-in Flip too, but it's limited and simple. That's really cool though that the frameworks are going towards helping you implement Flip transitions and animations. But when it comes to like really in-depth use cases, it seems like you're going to have to reach for something like GreenSock. And having seen this kind of come out, and seeing the, I'll make this a little bigger for everyone watching. Seeing what the syntax is here, like this compared to having to roll my own, is much nicer. Like you point out, that's it. Like, yeah, like that's not much for all the magic we're getting out of the box there. So awesome. So now we kind of understand that it lets us do these impossible animations. What do we want to touch on next?
I guess we can just like do a flip.
Okay, let's do a
We could
flip.
start by doing like a really simple flip.
Okay.
I gave you a little horsey pen earlier, didn't I?
Yes, this one. I love this pen. It's a what? Did I? Are you googling like my name and seeing what comes up? Is that just like?
Alex in the morning.
Yeah, basically. All right, so we've got this pen. Is there much to it? Not really, right? It's just a pretty, but like we're starting out simple. So it's got
Yeah.
an image and a div. And is this the same image twice?
Yeah, so we're kind of starting out with like kind of looking at what Flip does under the hood,
Cool.
by doing a really simple flip, kind of manually by ourselves. So you'll notice we've got two images there. We've got like a little thumbnail, and then we've got a full size image. I think that's just hidden in the CSS.
Okay. I see what we're gonna do. Well, I'm predicting. So
Yeah. And then we've got a data flip ID, which is the same
okay,
both of those. So that's like the thing that is telling Flip, like we're going to flip these things. These things have like a connection.
cool.
So we've added that manually, but usually with other Flip animations, it'll add them automatically for you.
Okay.
So yeah, if you go down to the JavaScript, let's do some flipping.
All right. Nice. Bleps.
Yeah, they're gold flaps.
Love it. All right, cool. So this is a GreenSock plugin, so we have to register it like we do for all the GreenSock plugins. It looks like we've also got Draggable in here. Might use that. Pretty
Spoilers.
cool. Huh?
I
Uh,
said spoilers. I'm just
well,
putting spoilers in the register plugins.
cool. All right. So what do we want to do?
So yeah, what we're gonna aim to do is just flip between the small thumbnail image and the large image. So
Okay.
we've already got a large image in the DOM. And I guess that's kind of handy because what you could do is you could scale up the thumbnail image, but then you'll lose resolution. And the other thing that you could do is you could start off with the thumbnail resized all the way down,
Right.
but a really large image. But then if someone's on mobile and they don't want to look at the big images, then they're just going to end up downloading that one
And
for
if you got a
no reason.
full gallery, if you got 30 of those, that's going to be pretty hefty.
Yeah. So, right. We've got like a little event listener, haven't we? So in the event listener, the first thing that we're going to do is get the state of both the thumbnail and the full size image. So we're going to say, let's state, and then we're going to say flip with a capital F dot get state. And I think the classes are thumbnail and full size. Well, they've both got the class of blep, haven't they? So we could maybe just do.
Let's see. They got blep and blep. Nicely done.
Yeah, let's try get the. I haven't actually tried that before. I usually will target with individual IDs or classes, but
Got it. Some
yeah.
people use BEM. I use blep. That's just
Yeah,
it's a superior CSS methodology in my opinion.
I haven't actually tried to get the state from multiple elements like this. So we'll see. We'll try it, and if
Got
not,
it.
then we'll take them with like individual classes. So that's like getting the position and the opacity. What other stuff does it get? It gets size. I've had to check size, rotation, and position by
Okay.
default. So getting the size, rotation, and position of the blep elements.
Got it.
And then in the CSS, I've got some classes, and I've got an active class. So I think the active class is the one that's hiding it or showing it. Yeah.
Thumbnail. Where is it?
See,
Active.
active.
Cool. Visibility hidden. Got it.
Awesome. So we're going to toggle the class list of active
Okay.
in the JavaScript
Sounds good.
with class list.toggle, which is a good way to toggle classes.
Got so on which exactly? So walk me through that. Is that
You
that's not
can
gonna happen in
do
here? That line's done, right?
that line's done.
Cool.
Yeah. So I don't know what happens if you just get, because we've got the bleps. Can you toggle classes on like an array?
There's one way to find out.
Let's try that.
All right.
Let's see what happens. If it doesn't work, we can do it the complicated way.
Bleps dot
The chat says
toggle. Like that.
class list dot toggle.
Class list dot toggle.
Yeah.
Cool.
And then
is class list camel case or no?
Yeah, camel case with the L.
Cool. And then active.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what happens. This is happening on click. Oh wait, I am running your pen. Let me fork this. I don't think it was running what I did.
Oh, you got to click run.
Yeah. I think
We always do this.
yeah, but why is it that never shows up for me otherwise? That this is a button that only shows up on days that Cassie's on the show. I swear.
Yeah, because it's a setting. You can get rid of it if you want. Do you
Oh,
want to get rid of
you have this on your pens.
Yes.
I was like, this is, I never see this. That Cassie comes on and acts like, oh, that's on every pen, Alex. I've never got it.
Yeah, it's because I do a lot of stuff that runs like animation loops. So if I don't have a run button, then I just end up crashing the browser midway through editing
Got
stuff.
it. All right. Well,
Yeah.
we are getting cannot read properties of undefined reading toggle.
Boo. Okay, fine. Let's do both of them then. Let's say full size. Have we? Yeah, we've defined those as so full size class list toggle and thumbnail. Let's see what happens now.
The old run button, the classic run button. Everyone knows it from CodePen. Famous run button. There we go.
We got a big blep.
It's a big blep and a little blep.
Big blep.
And that's all Flip does. It just makes tongue pictures bigger, right? That's my understanding. Perfect.
Yeah.
Chad, if you walk away with one thing today, that's wonderful.
Cool. So yeah, that's just changing the active class. But now we're going to flip between them. So we've got the state, which is the first, and then the class list toggling is the last. That's like changing things to their last state. Okay. And then what we're going to do is we're going to write a flip call, and then it will animate the removal of the offsets. It'll just animate between the two of them. So it's basically putting things in their last position. And then when you do the flip call, it's like, oh, we're doing a flip. So it puts it back again, and then it animates it.
Got it. Yeah, but it happens so fast that you don't even
see. Yeah.
Cool. Awesome. So how do we do that?
So let's do underneath. We're going to say flip with a capital F. Flip.from. And then we're going to say from the state. So the state variable that we defined.
Okay.
And then we're going to pass in I always forget the proper names of the brackets. An object, curly boys.
There we go. the chat was waiting. The whole chat's like, say it. She's gonna say it. Curly boys. Nice.
And then yeah, we can pass in things like normal GSAP tweens here. So we can pass in like a duration. So we could say like duration, whatever you want it to be, like 1 second, maybe 2 seconds. I'm gonna do a super slow blep.
Yeah, just to really show off the fact that we are animating this in case chat blinks. Flip.
And then we can put an ease too, so we could say like, yeah, whatever ease you want. Oh, I'm going to test you on your GSAP ease writing.
I always go to the ease visualizer. I see. I think part of it is that I really learned GSAP most heavily when the syntax was different for eases. So now, like when you actually had to like reference when it wasn't string based, right? Is my
Yeah, they were
yeah,
longer.
yeah.
So
So
right
it's
now we can write like power one,
is it
say.
capital P?
That's good. Yeah, little p, power one. And then you can choose like dot in or dot out or dot in out.
Cool.
It's like a nice simple one.
Works for
So
me.
yeah, let's try that.
Okay, and wait, and that's all we need? I thought we would
Yeah.
need to put the last, or no, it's already getting that from somewhere.
So it's
Oops,
got the state, and
got the
then
state.
you've said, "Hey, Flip, record the state for us. We're gonna move the thing to this place, and then we want you to animate it for us."
Oh, so this is all. Okay,
It's magic.
let's hit save and let's hit the old run button. And sorry, that was the save kicking in.
Wow.
That's all we needed to add to
Yeah.
get that. Wait, and that's okay. So is that the big one the whole time? Yeah, because no, flip state get state of blep.
It's fading between the two
It's
because we've
fading
given it
like
two.
halfway
Yeah,
through
we've
it.
given it. Yeah, it's fading between the two
That's
'cause we've given it
super
two
cool.
elements. So we're saying, hey, these two things, we want you to flip between them.
And yeah, like, I can't find the point at which it happens because it's just a gradual fade. That's fantastic.
So that's like it still looks super simple, right? It does look like we're just scaling an image up. So
Yeah, but I get what you mean.
but we can make it more magic by kind of showing how it works with different positionings. So we've got Draggable in here. Draggable is another GSAP plugin that allows you to drag stuff,
Got it.
basically. So we can just do this really simple draggable object, and we can just say draggable.create. So it's capital D.
Um, in the for each as well.
No, just like at the top.
Okay. So
Yeah,
draggable.
yeah, that's good. Draggable.create. And then we're going to pass the thumbnail as the target. So it would need to be underneath the thumbnail. Yeah. That was a cool judge down. How did you do that?
So if you have it's not it's a different setting than the run button. It's the Vim bindings setting. I don't
Oh,
know Vim, but I do know that because VS Code lets you hold Alt and move lines up and down like that. So it's the Alt key and the arrows. Um, so if you turn the Vim bindings on, you can then do that. And also, the other thing that I freaking love about this is that I can, I don't have anything highlighted here, but I'm like on the line. If I hit Control C, Control V, I can copy entire lines. So like that's just super handy, being able to shift lines around, copy that one, paste it there, that kind of stuff. Like there's just a lot of nice things that come with that. I'm sure Vim has a whole lot of other shortcuts that I'm not utilizing, but that one I use all the time for just shifting stuff around and not having to use the mouse.
yeah, that's really cool.
And you can do two at a time. Like if I just select all that, I can. It's pretty nice. So yeah. And Life, good to see you. Oh, and Jared is asking, is the smaller one always under it? So I think here if I could just
Hidden.
so if I do like this might show that like transition a bit better if that makes sense. Wait, why isn't that? Is it because I need to save it and run it? Yeah, that's why. There we go.
So
Got
by
it.
fading between them, yeah, what I mean is it's kind of animating the removal of the offsets.
Got
Um,
it.
Kind of looks like it's animating between them.
Yeah,
So it swaps over the elements and then animates the removal of the.
but that's like seamless. That's awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, so
So
I think that should
got
answer your question, Jared. Or if not, let me know. Good question though. So Draggable,
now we
we
should
got a
be able to
Draggable.
drag horse around.
All right, I'm all for it.
Don't usually drag horses around. It's not very nice. Peter will
Oh
get
wait,
upset with.
I can already do it.
Yeah,
Oh wow,
yeah,
that's
super simple.
once again green. Yeah,
Makes your life very easy.
yeah. I am liking this whole green sock thing that you're introducing me to.
But
Just
now click it. Yeah.
that's really okay. I see
And
why
then
we're doing this. No matter where we put it, it's gonna tween it smoothly to where we've said we
do
would
where
like this to end
you
up.
want it to be. It's not just scaling it up. It's going, hey, get the state of where this thing is, and then animate to this other state. No matter where you need to go,
I can't trick it.
animate to that other state.
It knows where it is the whole time. That's really cool.
That horse really needs to brush his teeth.
You
You
can't
got
see.
some
You,
fat going on there.
chat's like I'm interested, but also a little grossed out.
Yeah. No
Awesome.
one needs to look at a horse's tongue that close up. I'm sorry.
I love the puns in chat. That's flipping awesome. Thomas, always can count on you. Shift is control, shift up down in Sublime. You can enable Sublime mode in Pen 2. Nice. Yeah, so this is really handy.
Yeah.
And like I can like I've seen this. I think our friends the keyframers did David K Piano
He's
has
really good with the flip animations.
yeah. He's great at it, and he's done things where like there's a little menu button down in the corner, and you click it, and it does that same sort of thing where it's like it's a menu, and you can open the menu, and it goes like full screen modal, and then it goes back down. And it's just like there's a lot of use cases for this kind of thing besides draggable horses. I mean, draggable horses is going
Mhm.
to be the main use case for this kind of a technology, but I
Yeah.
don't want people who are like, I'm not shipping a draggable horse this week to think that they can't use this. So,
But yeah, that kind of gives you the idea that because stuff on the web moves, like interfaces, people move stuff in interfaces around, and you can't always rely on positioning
right.
and stuff being where you think it is. So, and this would work even if you had, like the beginning one in like a flex container and the flex container was transformed somehow, or you've got like nested transforms going on.
Got it.
It would work.
And Rocket asks, what if the contents of the large version of the horse is different? So I guess from that menu button thing to like the full menu, it would be a bit different.
Yeah, so this technique wouldn't work there. This is a particular technique, but we're going to go into like a more complex flip
Cool. All right,
next.
great. Awesome. Do we want to head there, or is there anything else we want to add to this?
Oh, I think I added a class in here for like a flipping class, like an active class.
In here.
Yeah, go at the bottom. It's commented out right at the
Oh,
bottom. Yeah. So you can add a class while it's flipping as well. So if you say toggle class, you
oh,
need to
got it.
tell.
Got it.
Yeah.
It's pretty magical. I'm not sure how magical it can be. Okay.
um, yeah, so we have to say toggle class camel case and the class name, which is flipping.
Cool.
That looks even worse.
Now it's an old timey horse tongue, everyone.
Horse tongue.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
So it's cool. You can add like on enter and on start and on complete
Got
calls
it.
and stuff as well. So you can kind of really fine tune your animations.
Well, I'm thinking for that menu button example, I keep mentioning where like if it's just kind of like a small round div with the menu icon, and then you click it, it animates and grows, and then on complete it animates in the menu, like the full menu items, and then as it's about to go back, it'll animate those out, shrink down, and move back into place. Like even though the contents are different, I think that as long as it's in that same element, you can probably
Yeah.
animate that sort of thing.
I
That's
mean,
my hunch.
like that kind of thing, there's like it's a bit of a hard thing to wrap your head around flip animations because it's trickery. So for that menu icon, for instance, what you would probably do is you'd have the menu icon docked in some container and on the bottom right.
Right.
And then you'd also have like a menu open, say modal, and then the modal would have like the extra information in. And
Right.
then what you probably do for the flip call is you'd like first of all just hide that and show the modal. And then you could
Got
animate
it.
in however you wanted. But the flip bit would be saying, hey flip, get the state of this menu icon. Now we're going to reparent it into this modal. And then we want you to animate the difference. And then you'd probably just put like a delay on the modal animation.
Got
So
it.
it would
Okay.
look like the menu is coming from the corner and then expanding, but it's actually not. It's just opening up a modal and you've reparented the icon, and then the icon's the only bit that's animating.
That's
If
great
that makes
though. Yeah, like so thinking with trickery in mind here is kind of the mindset to go with. And I like that because it shows you it's not just like in instant flash and open. It's like here's this thing. It's here now. Like if you save something and it goes like into a folder and you can see
Mhm.
it go in there, like I'm like, oh, okay, I understand where that is now and I can go get it later.
Yeah.
I think that's an important aspect to UI and UX
Yeah.
design.
Code
Yeah,
and kind
exactly.
of going around. Yeah.
Awesome.
Let's do more complex flips. Spinny flips.
Let's do it. So is this the I don't know if this is the final or a one along the way. Is there a way to tell without doing it? Pull
In
yeah.
the code. Let's
I'm gonna
see.
pull it off to check. This is the intro one. Cool. All right. I don't like spoiling the fun ending. So that's why I'm like I'm gonna hide it off to the side because chat. There's no way chat can guess what this is gonna do at the end. So I need to make sure.
Is it gonna flip? Maybe.
Stay
Maybe it
tuned,
won't.
chat. Yeah,
Stay tuned.
that wouldn't that be exciting? Subverting. We're all about subverting expectations here on the show. That's All right, we did our
So
simple flip. Yep.
so yeah, we've got like a little. I made a little spinny boy just
This is
for fun.
this is already super fun. Like this just by itself. I'm like I love this. This is just great. This is a great little gallery.
Yeah, it was largely because a lot of people in the forums keep asking about it, so I thought I'd make a little demo.
Awesome.
Um, so we can talk through this really quickly if you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah, I'd love
Um,
to.
basically just put loads of little cards around a div with some maths from Blake, who works at GreenSock and is a mad lad. someone called him a mad lad the other day.
Yeah.
Mathematical mad lad. So I found a forum thread and I copied his code. And then we're just taking that div and offsetting it down at the bottom of the screen with CSS. So nothing like super mad going on there.
Okay, so wheel, position absolute. Got it. Cool.
Yeah. And then we've hooked that up to scroll trigger. So I've made a timeline, well, a little tween that spins at around 360 degrees. And then I've
Nice.
just hooked up to scroll trigger.
Awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
And welcome the orange capo. Thanks for coming through. Cool. So yeah, this is just super fun by itself. I already love this. Let's make it even cooler though.
Playing with the
Yeah.
with the
I could
wheel.
honestly just spin this for another hour to be completely honest. I might have already spun it for an hour before the show. It's a fun interaction. I like it.
It's also got snapping. Have you noticed the snapping?
I didn't. That's a
Fancy.
only a mad lad would come up with something like this. This is
Hey, Excuse me.
I was calling you a mad lad. Is that a
I can be a mad lass.
mad lad? I'm not. I'm not up on the dialect. I have never been to England. I need to go sometime. I need to travel.
So yeah, scroll down to the GSAP.
Oh, okay. I keep scrolling this. I'm like, I am. Okay. Scroll down to the GSAP. Got it.
Yeah, so like that's the tween that we've got. So it's rotating it.
Cool.
We've got invalidate on refresh called there, and that just means when you resize the browser, like the start and then end positions, and anything that you've put in a functional value will be refreshed. So that keeps things like nice and consistent on different screen sizes.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, and then it's just spinning it around, and we've got a scrub, which means that it's tied to the scroll, and then that snap there is snapping it to each one of the images.
Got it. So it's dividing by the number of images that we have.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it would usually be images.length -1. But because we're going 360 and we're ending on the first image, we're doing the first image twice.
Okay. Got it. Got it. Okay. Cool. Thank
But
you for pointing that
usually it
out.
would be 1 because arrays obviously start at 0.
Cool. All right. So how do we want to make this even better?
Awesome. So we're gonna follow the same principle. So like first, last, invert, play. So I guess have we got an event listener for the cards? No. So do like a cards dot for each.
Do we get the cards somewhere?
Yeah, underneath
Here we
all
go.
of the I put all of the setup stuff like right at the top. Awesome.
Card, and then just add the event listener. That's what we want
An event listener.
for click.
Yeah.
Cool. So we're listening. Each card gets a click, and then pass that a function. All right. What do we want to do inside the click event listener?
Awesome. So I guess let's just go into our HTML really quickly so peeps can see. So we've got all of our cards, and right up at the top, we've got a header element.
Cool.
You can get rid of that H1 actually.
I want to bring it back in. Actually, it's a wonderful title. I really enjoy it.
Any flips.
It's great.
Okay, now get rid of
All right.
it. Awesome. So we're going to pop one of the images out of the little spinny container, and we're going to reparent it into the header, and then we're going to animate that.
Cool. Okay, so we're not just going between two identical images the way we did in the last one, but we're actually yanking it out. We're changing the structure of the DOM.
Mhm.
Cool. But it's gonna be so that they don't know that. They don't see it jump around. It's not gonna be jarring or anything. It's gonna be a smooth transition. That's cool.
So I guess like first, let's just change the DOM without doing any flip stuff. So we'll just reparent
Okay.
the image. So that's nice and simple. Go down to our event listener, and then we want to get the cards are containers, and then I've got the image inside it. So we want to get the image from inside. So I guess we'll say like we get the image. So that would be event.target. So yeah, event.target query selector. I think we can do that. And then look for an image. And we should save that in a variable.
Cool.
Make that image.
Okay, so we're grabbing. So E is going to be the div, theoretically, right? Yeah, for sure, because we're adding this event listener on that. So, and then we're trying to select the image that would be inside it.
Within it. We could
Cool.
console log that out and just check that we've got the right thing if you
Sure.
want.
It's definitely the way I develop most things. Just kind of like baby steps, one at a time. Is that working? That's working. And then we move on to the next step.
And then we can put that into the header. I think we've already got the header. Yeah.
Yep.
So we can do header.append child and then image. And then that is all we need to do. So bonk.
Works perfect.
Works perfectly.
And then we would probably have it so that clicking off or clicking it again would put it back in, right?
Yeah. But let's focus on we'll focus on the one thing for now. Oh, do we want to do all the DOM scripting first and then add the flips in, or do we want to add the flips in as we go along?
Yeah, I guess since we're already doing this, we can do the DOM manipulation stuff now.
DOM stuff first. Okay, cool. So I guess what we would also want to do is we'd want to keep track of the card that was last, so that we can put it back again. So that's quite important. So let's do a variable outside of the for each that's like last click card or clicked, last click card. And then that's just nothing for now. And
so
then
e.target, right? Would we do that one?
Yeah.
Cool.
But we would want, maybe like after everything, after we've done all the things.
Cool. All right, got it. And then we want to put a event listener on header?
On header, yeah.
Cool. And normally we'd handle like if you click off or if you hit escape, like you'd handle all those like edge cases and stuff. But right now we could just handle the simplest thing. So
I guess first we need to make sure that there is like a last click card, because if we don't have one, then they haven't put a card into the header yet.
Got it. That should take care of it, I think.
Yeah, should.
Cool.
And then we would want to get the image that's in the header.
And we should probably also check to make sure that that's there, right? So we can probably reuse this code. So that should be the same, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So if there's a last click card, then there should be a card in the header.
Unless we've already put it back. Oh, we're going to reset the last click card at the end of this function.
Yeah.
You're a step ahead of me. I didn't have that. Cool.
So image, target, query selector, image, awesome. That's good. And then we're going to put it back in to the last click card. So cool. We will go last click card, append child, and then put the and then put the image in it. Let's try that.
Okay.
Hey!
There we go. It worked.
Oh, do you need to do the bit that you said?
Undefined or null? What's the right one to go for here?
The chat. I don't know. What does everyone do? I usually do null.
Yeah, I think null is the right one here. I think undefined is more like if it wasn't set at all, then you fall back to undefined. But null, if we want it to, like if I'm setting it, then it should be null. I think you are correct. But chat, let us know. Drop a comment. Let me know your opinions. Hit that like button. Smash that. Probably null said always returns false when queried. Cool. Thank you, Life. Awesome. All right.
So there's going to be an issue here, though. So click on a card. Click on another card. So click on and then click on another card. Click on a card.
Like, nice. This is this is just a collection thing now, though. It's pretty fun.
Yeah, it's now a collection.
Okay.
Just in there.
Should we fix this, or should we just kind of talk about how we would fix this?
I think we should fix it.
Okay.
I think
Cool.
yeah, I think it would be good to have like one image at a time.
Sounds good. So should we? So the way that I'm thinking of doing this is creating put for lack of a better phrase, right? Put image back like function, so that if they click and it already has something in there, this just puts the image back in to where it goes. So I guess e.target query selector, this is just header. So we could just move this up into here and just call this here, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that might work.
And then here we just do a check to see if header, if last click card already, right? Like if this has a last click card, if last click card, put image back.
Yeah.
That should work. Does this make sense? Oh, it didn't. Oh no, it just was like saving.
Hey.
Cool.
Yeah,
right.
that worked.
That worked well. Nice.
That works really well.
DevOps. Demetrius Clark's here. Good to see you, Dom. How you doing? Congratulations on the new Netlify gig. I haven't gotten to talk to you since that. Congratulations. Good to see you.
Netlify has all the good people.
Netlify has all the best people. Just got how am I blanking? Lynn Fisher. Just went there. Like all the best people. Prince is there. Demetrius is there. Except for Amit. Amit, good point. It has all the best people except for Amit. Like the only great person that is not at Netlify. Everyone else got them all. So yeah, he's the last one. Work on it, Netlify. Get your stuff together. Get your act together. Thank you for pointing that out, Amit. Awesome. So this works well. But Cassie, I don't love how jarring it is. That's my least favorite part. So can we please fix that?
We can indeed. Cool. Like it is jarring, isn't it? Because you click on the next one and then you're like, wait, did it change? Did it?
Yeah.
Like what happened?
It's. I mean, like this just doesn't go with the rest of the delight that this kind of page is giving me, with like the spinny carousel and everything, and the images that you've picked first off are fantastic. And then yeah, just the quick snap is just kind of cold and not very delightful. So if we could, yeah, let's do it.
Awesome. So let's see how much you remember from the first time.
0. I make it very clear to all guests. You're coming on. I drop into a fugue state. I don't remember a thing. I don't remember. my body becomes a vessel. My mind goes blank. I just listen to whatever the guest says. No, okay. So we're gonna want to do it after we've already done the transition. I think I was kind of surprised in that we did it down here. Okay, so we're gonna want to get the state is one thing, and that's gonna be before we actually move it. So we capture the state first, before we've done any animation. Then we say, hey, go ahead, animate. And in this case, that's gonna be us actually reparenting it from one spot to another. And then after we've already done that DOM manipulation, we're gonna call flip in and say, hey, that thing I just did, can you go like smooth that out a little bit and make that not as like jarring? And then we're going to give it the state that we had, and we don't have to give it the new state because it can see it, because it knows what it's grabbing.
Yeah. So it's
yeah. And then we just say how long we want it to take, the ease, whatever, right? Like we can add stuff in there. Is that about like is my retelling and memory with cheating?
That's really good.
Okay, cool. Do we have flip in here yet? Yep, we already do. Awesome.
We should
So, yeah.
dig into DevTools as well
Okay.
at the same, so you can see like what happens. So let's get the state. Let's do the first like spinny wheel to header one.
Cool. All right, cool.
So
that would be in here. Yeah, this is if last flip
yeah.
card, we put the image back. So image,
So
header append child, right about here, right?
before the append child.
Oh,
So we want,
the get state. Thank you. Cool.
yeah.
So right in here, because we need to say image get state, right? So const state.
We're gonna state equals flip dot get state, and then we're gonna pass in the target, which is image. Awesome. Cool.
And then here.
And then let's do a flip call, but we'll pause it.
Okay.
So we can have a little look at what happens in the DOM. So we'll do flip.from, and then we will say state. Is that a comma? Yeah.
Yes.
Looks full stop. Awesome. And then whatever duration you want, you can do the art direction.
Gonna go for good old 2 seconds.
Let's do a sign ease. So
Ooh.
like this. Ease, and then sign dot out.
Okay.
E.
Thank you.
Yeah. And then we're animating into a flex container. So just to make sure that we don't end up with any like weird jumps, let's put absolute true. And then that means that it will set the element to position absolute while it's animating so that it doesn't kind of make other things jump.
Oh, interesting. Oh, wow. This is cool.
Oh yeah, trial plugins.
Yeah, very cool. That's helpful though, because that probably solves a lot of your forum issues of like just looking the cut right. And Steph is here. Steph, great to see you. Always good to see you. Oh, and Jack, you just hopped off, but always good to see you, Jack. Thank you. And Jack's is making stickers for us this weekend. I'm so excited.
Oh, awesome.
Yes.
More stickers.
We are gonna see. We've got some ideas. I'm not trying to give Jack too many limitations or anything. I trust her entirely. She's incredibly talented, as you already know. But yeah, just front end horse community kind of stickers. I'm pumped. I'm very pumped. Also, we've got these, Cassie. I'm not sure if you've seen these yet, but we got little hologram ones.
I'll swap you. I have stickers.
Ooh, sticker trade.
Sticker trade.
Ryan Lavar says, better make a horse tongue sticker after this episode. I'm sure Steph is very confused. Steph, we did we have this awesome demo that uses flip, and the black and white bit's intentional, but it allows us to seamlessly transition no matter where we put this on the page. So cool. All right, so nice. Yeah, green stock stickers. That's awesome.
Yeah. I've got loads of them.
Awesome.
So yeah, let's have a little look. Oh, let's do paused true in the flip call.
Absolute true, paused true. All right, cool. So I don't have to hit run.
Let's take a little look at the actual DOM in DevTools.
Inspect. Good call. That's definitely part of the magic here. Oh, that's funny. Oh, interesting. Oh, because it's paused. Oh, it just.
Oh, did you click on it?
Yeah, that's so funny.
Yeah.
And then look, it's just stuck now. That's hilarious.
But yeah, so take a little look in the header.
Here, I'm gonna make it bigger. It's tough to wrangle the code and this and DevTools all at once. Let me hit enter here and try to have CodePen refresh. There we go. Cool. Inspect. Chat. Let me know if it needs to be a bit bigger, right? Yeah, it's tough to make that big and have everything. So there's a lot going on.
In the header right now.
Right.
And now if we click on one of the images, don't spin the thing around, but click. Yeah, there we go. So it's in the header.
Right.
but it's not visually.
Right. It's still exactly where it was. Oh, I manipulated it, but yeah. So if we
So
remove the paused, it should transition now. Here we go. Let's just do paused false. All right, moment of truth. So this should
wait.
so much better. I don't like my art direction, but that works great. It's a little bit long to make someone wait for that image to get bigger, but I think it makes it clear to chat. This is a really smooth animation because sometimes you can hide crappy animations by making them quick, right? It's like this person, like this thing just it just happens quick. But when you do it for 2 seconds, you can really see any kind of like inconsistencies or whatever. Um, 0 and 1s, good to see you. Thanks for coming through. And then yeah, it jumps back immediately. Oh, that's funny. It jumps back immediately because we didn't put it on the way back. But oh, it transitions from anywhere that we choose.
And
It's
you should be able
dipping.
to spin it.
I'm sorry.
You should be able to spin the little wheel around.
Yeah.
And now,
Nice. Oh,
yeah.
and it even handles the rotation of the item too. Because if I like that one was off to the side a little bit. Question from first time chat viewer Chuck. Chuck says, "Does Flip handle window resizing mid animation?"
We get this question all the time. Devs are so weird about window resizing. We're the only ones that do it. Like other people don't do something and then immediately resize the browser. Like people care about whether it ends up in the start or the end position correctly.
Got it.
Um, so if you were to do a flip and then resize the browser, it would end up in the right place, but it would, yeah, it would be. What's going on now? What's happening there?
We're not like stopping or canceling it. So if I trigger like 5 at once, they continue to
Oh,
kind of like grow, right? So like they get put back, but it's still growing and animating. But yeah. So Chuck says it's true. Just curious in the edge case of a long running animation. So yeah,
yeah,
that kind of thing makes
don't. It would be way too complicated to continually work out where it should be,
right.
especially when resize events happen so often. So it's important that they end up in the right place.
Got
But
it.
yeah, visually along the way, they might get a bit wonky if you were resizing your browser like a madman.
um, and Nats, great to see you. Always good to see you. Just I love seeing people in the chat who like I love their code pen work and everything, and just another person there. All right, so we need to add a little bit more, right? So we've got this for that transition, but we probably want to put it back in kind of a similar way, right?
Yep.
So maybe put image back. Once we got the image, we want to capture that state again, just reusing some code. And same kind of flip thing, right?
Yep.
So is that just going to work? That just worked. That's
That was really good. I was just like squinting at your screen, like, is it gonna work? I think
yeah.
it's gonna work.
And
Yeah.
you might do like the put back a little bit like faster. I'm guessing. Once again, this is getting into like art direction stuff, but like just so that it's not like over top of the one that's coming up. But really
In the
cool. I'm sorry. Were you saying
yeah.
something?
I'm saying spin the wheel.
Oh yeah. Chat. This is just like
Look
a.
at that in a different place than it came from.
Oh wait. Oh yeah, yeah. It has to go but like all the way down. Oh, that's cool.
So it's putting like the rotation and the position has changed of the place that it's going back to.
Yeah, it's going back exactly where it was, and Greensock is figuring it out along the way.
Yep.
That's fun. That's really fun. That's a great demo.
Cool. Super magic.
Seriously. Oh, chat, this is great. I already love the addition of Flip to GreenSock. Life, me too. This is, it saves, oh, have you been using it, Life? That saves me like so much trouble. I think you're saying like going forward, it's going to be a thing that now that you understand it, or now that you know about it, it's going to save you a lot of trouble. Not yet, but but he will use it so much. Yeah, this is like just lots of use cases. I mean, the the one that I see a bunch of, both in these demos and also in some of the other demos, is like taking those thumbnails and making them more full screen, or at least more prominent on the page,
Mhm.
and that's super handy. But lots of different use cases. Even, I mean, like I keep going back to it, but it's just one of the cooler ones for me. Just even going from row to column is just such a like, oh wow, that's cool. That's
Also,
really nice.
entrance and exit animations, because you're removing something from the DOM or adding something to the DOM.
Okay, so I don't have a good I don't have a good mental model for how to remove, or how that's going to work. I'm getting it when we're moving it from one spot to another, but Flip can handle, hey, I've deleted this thing.
It's about the other things that are left behind. So if you've got a
Oh.
container and then you remove something from that Flex container, you could animate like that demo there where you've got the rows going to columns. You could animate 4 items in a Flex container to 3 items in a Flex container.
Okay, so it'll shift those things over, and not just have them jump over when something's deleted or removed from. Got
The one.
it. Okay, cool. Has the CodePen link for this demo been shared? Do we have a version of this that you could drop into the chat, Cassie?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome.
I'll pop it into the chat. Oh, use the other laptop. Yeah, there's some really good demos in the showcase actually. Like if you scroll down
Okay,
to the
cool.
bottom, there should be a link for the showcase.
Uh,
And the showcase is oh, that was loud, sorry. The showcase is all like other people's demos. So
awesome.
this oh yeah, the plant one is so good. Take a look at that one.
Let me just open it up full. Oh right, yeah. This one is great. So like if it's like a shopping cart experience, chat, right? Like, no, I'm gonna put that. Ooh, I want to buy this one, and it goes into your cart. Like that's how I was kind of saying that earlier, of like being able to see like, oh, this item is now going into your shopping cart, or this item is now going into this folder. It helps you understand like, right, that's where that thing is now in my interface. Um, really fun demo here, and it goes right back to where you put it because GreenSock figures that out. Yeah, this is an awesome demo. What else we got? Draggable and Flip.
Yeah,
Oh,
the Draggable
nice.
one's really cool.
Oh, cool. Wait.
Loads of cool things going on in this
Oh,
one.
wow. Okay. That's, yeah, there's a lot going on here. Just that transition by itself is fantastic. Um I know this gets overused, but this feels app like, if you know what I mean. Like this feels like kind of an iOS app experience versus something that I typically see. And I'm not just saying that because it's a vertical screen. That's not the only reason, but it definitely helps. But like this is something that I don't see on the web too often, but do see within like shopping apps and things like that. But that's just a really cool transition. This just opens up so many possibilities. Um, go back. And thank you for the follow, Andy Dev. Welcome. Random grid item shuffle plugin, flip for GSAP, flip animations. Let's see, movie app. Oh, I think I remember this one. And then does this open? Yeah. See, like once
So
again,
cool.
I think people are using these app demos because this gives you that kind of app feel. Like these are things that we're used to. Like, oh yeah, that's a normal transition for an iOS app. But not something we see on the web pretty much ever, right? Like that's not how pages typically transition. Um,
Yeah. I mean, our demos are really, the one that we did today is quite simple. So we're just making small layout changes, but you could make like huge layout changes, and then just do a flip call after that, as long as you do like get the state, make all your changes, and then do a flip call.
yeah, super
This
cool.
one's really good, the expanding grid with the right at the very end on the right. You haven't got to it yet.
Got it.
Yeah, that one. Great.
Whoa, that was cool. Oh, that's great. Yeah, and then you can fetch the data here. Like this can be a client request, especially if you're using something like a Next.js or just some kind of thing that's very client focused, because otherwise you might like have to call for a ton of data. But yeah, like this is absolutely something that you can make. Like this is a pretty effective store layout. That oh wait, does this? Oh, and it goes again.
So cool.
Really cool. Yeah, and it feels like I'm not sure if it is, but it feels like the same guitar all throughout, from the zoom in to the item page to the whole like sales page. Really cool.
It
Really
probably is
cool.
probably being reparented
Oh,
for each of the.
this is great. But yeah, like some really effective eye-catching, but also can be very helpful techniques. Like right, like we kind of talked about how putting it into your shopping cart can help people understand like where the heck is my shopping cart, right? Like I don't understand, where did that plant go? I clicked it, I saved it. But when you see it transition, you go, all right, that's I know where the shopping cart is. I'm doing better now. Awesome. Awesome,
Yeah.
Cassie. This is really cool. Was there anything else we wanted to touch on, or anything else you wanted to point out, or
I'm happy to have any questions if anyone's got any questions in the
oh,
in the
yeah,
chat.
we do have an I wonder, and Adrian did just ask a question. Adrian says, "Is DOM manipulation being animated?" By that, Adrian, do you mean like as we move it around the DOM? Is that part? Oh, on the guitar demo. Let me go back to that real quick. So is the DOM manipulation? So first off, let's see what is happening in the DOM. So yeah, so lot is shifting around in the DOM, and that's being transitioned.
Like I often get there's a lot of questions, and it usually comes from like React type environments. We're like, animation is DOM manipulation. That's what animation is. You are animating DOM elements. And it's why animation is so tricky in React, because React doesn't like people touching the DOM and doesn't like messing around with the DOM, but that's what animation is. So you can use Flip in React. It is harder because of the fact that React makes it a little bit tricky to get to the DOM, but you do have to get to the DOM in order to use Flip. Like you
I'm
have to.
taking the question more as like not adding a CSS transition on to something, but more like what we did with the reparenting part, like where like that's like I'm taking that more as the DOM manipulation, but I could be wrong, Adrian. If you want to clarify that question a bit, just because I'm taking it more as we move things around in the DOM versus, um, yeah, I'm not sure. So Thomas says, right, I tend to make CSS based animation, so adding inline style or toggling classes with on transition end, transition start, etc. But it was basically impossible to integrate it into React because the DOM was just not present. That's basically my question too. Got it. Okay. And yeah, and Thomas is asking, I wonder how one would go about integrating this into a stateful UI in which markup of a state is often not in the DOM. Got it. Okay.
So there are some like examples that we've got of using Flip and React. But I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's as easy as what we just looked at, because React does make things more complicated.
Yeah, it definitely does for this sort of thing.
Yeah. And I'm not the right person to ask about React stuff, because I prefer things to be like a little bit less JavaScripty and less complex, apart from the animations. Like
Apart
that's
from
where
GreenSock is the most JavaScript that you enjoy.
I use JavaScript. And then
Perfect.
the rest I like using like Jamstack kind of approaches.
Nice. And Adrian says, yeah, moving things around in the DOM. Yeah. So Adrian, I'm not sure if you were here for this bit, but in this we moved things. We moved this image from. Show it real quick. From down here in this slider and wheel area up to this header. And so as we click it, that actually moves up into here. It's not going to update in here, but it's updating in the DOM. And then we transition it back down. So yeah, flip is, oh, thank you so much, Adrian. I'm not sharing the screen. Okay, so let's say it again. Sorry about that. The wheel section has all these images and all these div for the cards. What we're doing on click is we're moving that up into this header div and then transitioning it back down. But like you wouldn't know it, right? Like it doesn't seem like you're moving things around the DOM because it's so smooth, but we're actually yanking it out of here and dropping it into that. And Marlon says, as long as you make animation part of your state, Nino, you'd be able to have the UI keep up with it. Also, yeah, Marlon is someone who works with React and GreenSock. And We the Collective, that group with Liam, they work a lot with React and animation. Ryan Labar is someone else that I go to for React and animation.
We are at GreenSock working on some tools to make animation easier
With React.
with React and GreenSock specifically, and Flip is going to be a large part of that. But yeah, it's very much like in the exploratory phase at the moment.
Cool.
If you are interested in that though, and you use React a lot and you animate a lot and you want to be part of the shaping of it, reach out to me, because we've got some super secret back channels that you could be part of.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah. Where would be a good place to do that?
In your Discord, I'll hang out there. People
Perfect.
can
Cassie is in the Front End Horse Discord. If you're not already in there, we've got some super friendly people in there. We got an animation channel, all that kind of stuff. And Cassie's there. Cassie is a server booster. Can't thank you enough. We've got some fun stickers and all kinds of great stuff because you're one of the server boosters there. Really appreciate it. That's been fun.
Awesome. I better get stickers as a thank you.
I'm actually working on it. Yeah, like that's one of the things. I want like a community badge sticker for people who are server boosting, but also just like the people who are like the lifeblood of the community and just show up every day and make my day a lot better because they're delightful. So, yeah, let's convo on Discord. Cool. Yeah, Marlon is super talented person. The lifeblood life. I see you. All right, cool. Yeah, so I'm going to drop the GreenSock plugins flip link down there. Yeah, and if you have any other questions for Cassie about flip plugins, like she said, she is in the Discord. She is also on Twitter at Cassie Codes. Also on the web at Cassie.codes. She's got all the Cassie Codes things. She only has one Discord account now, so it's a lot easier to reach you. We're down from 2. And yeah, and next time I need to also send a calendar link to Brody because this is normally where he comes and serenades us at the end of the show.
He can do a fake serenade.
I love it because Discord thought that you were the dog and it blocked out some of that sound. Oh, it's so good. All right, so yeah, I think we should probably call it there. but next week we have actually two things, chat. A couple of housekeeping things, right? Tomorrow in the Discord we're playing Gartic phone. I've never said it out loud. Gartic phone. In the Discord, I will post the link again in there. It's in the community gardening channel. If you're not part of the Discord already, go ahead and join it. It's a super friendly place. We're gonna play a garlic phone, exactly. So bring your garlic, onions, olive oil, whatever you like. We're gonna play garlic phone. And yeah, so we're gonna have a blast playing it tomorrow. It's at 5 p.m. Eastern. I dropped a link in chat or in the Discord that shows you your time. I can't do all the math for everybody else. But we're gonna play tomorrow. It's like our first community fun time event. Come hang out if you can. Next Friday, we might be doing a little trick-or-treat kind of fun Halloween special. We might have some surprise guests. I'm working on that. That should be a bit of fun. Who knows who shows up at your door on Halloween for trick-or-treating? It's going to be a mystery, but we've already got a couple of fun people that should be stopping by. And then next week, we also have Ben Hong and some other fantastic people. Let me actually bring that up right now because we're always doing fun stuff here on the channel. Here we go. Yes, so next week, Ben Hong, Amelia Wattenberger, and Kevin Powell, all in the same week.
Awesome.
That's a good week. Speaking of fantastic people from Netlify, you got Ben right there, and another wonderful person talking about Vue 3. Amelia Wattenberger's data viz stuff is just, I mean,
she's so good.
All of her stuff, her data viz, her generative art that she's putting out, like she's just fantastic. And Kevin Powell, just CSS subgrid, a topic I'm really excited to learn more about. Next week's gonna be a blast. So if you're not following already, go ahead, follow, hit the bell, like button, smash it. What platform am I on? I never know. Anyway, definitely come back next week and hang out and play Gartic Phone tomorrow, all right? But that does it for us. Cassie, anything else that we want to say, plug, shout out, anything?
Oh, I've started the animation at work Discord over, well, there was a Slack called Animation at Work that Rachel on the boards started, which was great, and it was where I learned about web animation. And we've moved to Discord.
Cool.
So
do you have
already
I'm sorry. I talked over you just when you were saying where to find that link.
I'll put it in the animation channel in your Discord, and then we can be Discord buddies.
Yes, we're gonna have these Discords like a partnership Discord thing. Yeah, exactly. This is how I think of Discords, just as combined things. We're just a community of friendly Discords because.
Like,
sorry, I cut you off. Like, I didn't hear what you said. What?
It's like friendly Discords, like punching each other.
Yeah, that's what you do. You just that. All right. So thank you so much, chat. We're gonna find someone to raid, and I will see you tomorrow playing Gartic Phone. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye.